Alright, so hello guys and welcome, and today we will be playing a new version of Temur Wildfire. So basically previously we've played a version that is more focused on artifacts, and this one is more focused on instants and sorceries. This is so that we can support the Golgari Terror package along with the Murmuring Mystic. So the base of the deck, the core, if you will, is pretty much the same. We are still playing 9 of the bridges along with the Wildfires, the Kenku, Brave the Wilds, Writing Chrysalis, and the Nyxborn Hydra. Those cards proved amazing in the previous version, so this is what we play here. This is the Temur core of the deck, and what's really different here are the cantrips and little bit the mana base as well. So as you can see, we are playing just 18 lands. This is because we are playing many partings which can fetch us lands very easily, and the lands we play are snow. This is so that we can support Scred, simply because this deck doesn't have enough of the artifacts to play Galvanic Blast, so Scred should be really good replacement. I think we will have enough of the snow-covered lands here. Still, 3 Brave the Wilds. The many parting's really important. Not only it fetches lands, but it creates food, which can be some accidental life gain, but more importantly, the food can be bargained to Brave the Wilds, which is the main reason why we play it. The Wildfire is amazing with all the bridges. 2 Rumbles, we play just 2 because it's still a good card. It can mill the Deep Analysis and fill the graveyard for the Terror, but also we play a little bit less of permanents than we played before. We've got the Augurs of Bolas, we are playing like 13 of creatures I think, and rest of course are the lands, so that's some really good chance we hit. Of course we can take the land and that counts, that's completely okay with this deck because we actually won a ramp, but you know, if we hit something like the Murmuring Mystic or the Writing Chrysalis, we will be a little bit happier. 3 Manamorphos, and this might seem weird. So number 1, it's great with Terror since it's basically a 0 mana cantrip, it draws a card, but it's an amazing combo with Focus the Mind, and that has been the new tech in the Temur shells mostly. And this is a card that's really bad on its own. It's a 5 mana draw 3 than this card, but if we've cast a different spell this turn, it costs only 3, and for 3 this is a deal. Then we can discard something like the Analysis and it all clicks, and it's actually a great card, so that's why we're playing the Manamorphos to combo it with Focus the Mind. 1 Sulphurous Blast, this is an AoE spell. I don't love Breath Weapon since a lot of creatures have 3 health, so this catches things like Flame Breathers or the Alchemist and so on and so forth, so we are trying this card instead. And the Nyxborn Hydra of course is an amazing card. We are trying the Terror along with the Mystics and the Chrysalis, so this is basically a beatdown deck. We can be controlling the board quite a bit and we have very good ways to dig through the deck. Now the sideboard. I've tried to prepare myself for everything here, so we have 3 blue elemental blasts against the red decks. Red decks are very dominant, whether they splash red or red is their only color, so 3 blue blasts, 3 negates. This is a catch-all card, it negates most of the stuff, right? The artifacts, the enchantments, even against something like One Land Spy, this can be really good, so I think this is a great card. I'm really big on it in a sideboard like this. 3 red elemental blasts, still High Tide is very scary, very dreadful, and we have something like fairies or blue terrors or all the different versions of terror, right? The Izzet, the Dimir, so we are prepared for that as well. 1 Sulphurous Blast, this is another copy to deal with very wide decks like elves or fairies. 2 the Glimmers, this hits Boggles, it hits decks like Affinity, so we love this card. 1 Weather the Storm against more aggressive decks. I couldn't find space for more, but maybe we could play like 2 or even 3, but I usually find myself not sideboarding this card a lot, so I'm playing just 1 copy for now. We may add some more. And 2 Relics. Relics may seem weird here, simply because we play the Deep Analysis and the Terror, but in my playtesting I found out that we can actually make sure the relic does hit just them if we time it well. Of course, sometimes we don't have a choice. For example, if they go off with a Lotleth Giant, we just need to exile the graveyard, so this is fine. So in that case, we would of course use the ability, even if it meant we exile the Deep Analysis or the cards for the Terror. But it's simply a necessary card, and in this meta with the Spies and Dredge, we need to have some graveyard hate. So let me know what you think about the deck, and I will see you in the games. Okay, so we win the die roll here, and go first against Mr. Banana Hands. And find what looks to be a pretty decent hand. Let's keep this one. And the question is, Yo, are you the streamer? I guess more of an YouTuber. We will go and play the Silver Bluff Bridge. Okay, so we have a viewer here. I always love these games because the viewers have the sickest decks, or they are just gonna burn us down. Also a possibility, right? We have sadly a pretty slow hand here. Stream snipe incoming. I mean, they don't probably even need to snipe to. They tried Camel Squad. Damn, they have some taste here. Okay. I mean, we need to go for a bridge and just pray. Oh, they're playing Burn. And we are slow on Snowlands here. Uh-oh. Might have some problems here, not gonna lie. Best draw, probably a land. Not Scratch. Probably just a red source. Rumble. This is bad. Like, really bad. And they played the Temur Burn, which is like the best. Honestly, this is like the best. We've played this before, and this is a really powerful deck. I will actually build this in paper. So we are like on 0 life right now, yeah. So we will be probably dead next turn, I think, with Fire Blasts. Brave is decent, but it's Rumble. Probably no cover forest. Let's go to game 2. So, too slow. Too slow, too slow. I guess Rumble is good. What am I saying? Blue Blast, negate, very important. Weather Storm, very important. Sia, focus the mind. Nyxborn Hydron never plays in this matchup too. Negate, negate. Blue Blast, 100%. Brave the Wilds isn't as good as well. Mystic is pretty slow. Terror, let's cut one of them. Yeah, let's do it like this. Okay, so we go first. It's pretty slow again. That's extremely slow. Let's mulligan this. I like this hand actually way more. Let's keep. Deep analysis. They mulligan to 6. And they are still deciding. Let's run the bridge and say go. Oh, Sulphurous Blast is actually nice. Let's roll with Slagswood Bridge and be ready to Blue Blast their Flame Breather or something. We are talking about the Final Fantasy cards, which some of them are definitely good. Oh, did they miss a land drop? Oh, they did. Oh no, that's sad. We find Rumble, which is awesome. Let's Rumble. Find a Terror, only thing, but the others are sorceries, which is awesome. So let's pick up the Terror. And we have the... yeah. We have the Blast ready, so that's also awesome. Next turn, hopefully we can find the land to play a Terror, or Writing Restless, rather. Even if we don't, we can, of course. Oh, nothing, okay. Double Terror. Let's do this. Let's go green. I guess blue. Chrysalis. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, let's run the Chrysalis here. Should be okay. Yeah, we should be spiraling right now. Should do fine now. We have the Terrors coming as well. Yeah. I mean, we didn't even play the game here. They just were stuck on one land, right? Okay, let's go. I think we will mulligan for pretty fast hands. Wow. Yeah, let's go. Let's go. This is probably the worst. Let's go. Let's do it. Epic here, okay. Only 6 lands. Need 7. Would be better. Wow. Sadly, we just die, I think, but we will see, we'll see. I just had to keep this hand. Yeah. It's the first game again. Brave. Okay. Very healthy 12. We need to kill the breather. Do we just play the Mystic? Or... I think we do, right? Well, they're probably dead, I would assume. Okay, they move to our turn. Let's roll out the Wildfire first. The only way we survive is something like Weather the Storm, right? Or Scred. Terror. Not good enough. We could just beat them down as well. Oh, they have lands, that's good. Oh, so this is before that. Okay, I get it. Play the Burb. Land. Let's attack for 3. I mean, yeah. Oh, they have a lot of lands. That's lucky for us. And, wow. Deep analysis. Do you just play the Terror and pray here? Probably, right? This is 4 mana. Would be 3 with this. I kind of feel like we need to deep analysis here. No, it was a mistake. Oh, let's deep analysis here ourselves. I think Temur Terror doesn't really win it, right, by itself. We just need some action. If we kill the Flame Breather, I feel okay. So we draw 2, find nothing of use, okay. New York, wow. So if they draw many more lands, we might have a chance, but otherwise, I think we're cooked. Alright, so they go to combat. Nothing again, we might have a chance here. But it's not because we are playing well. Negate is awesome. Let's go this into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Focus the mind. We will keep up the negate. Rumble, that's pretty good. Discarding a bridge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We could Brave the Wilds and Terror, but I would keep up negate rather. Let's attack. We need to find some stuff here. They block, okay. A bridge. 7 lands. I think they are drawing on the lands. This might be insane. Yeah, the Master Trader, yes, for sure. There are some really good cards cleansing in there, actually. Okay, end step. Double negates. Okay. I'm feeling better now. We might have this. I think we will roll with the Rumble here. Tanglepool Bridge. Play it. Could do Terror. I think we'll Brave the Wilds here. And we will attack here for quite a lot. They will cast into the fire. And exile an artifact. We will negate that, I think. So we are at very healthy 11. It's pretty decent. They go to 2, I believe. Let's pass the turn. Hopefully we are not dead. We could be dead though. We could be dead very easily actually. So this was a pleasure playing against a viewer. Mr. Banana Hands. I think they would absolutely decimate us, but they drew so many lands, like 9 in a row when they play like 18 in the deck. They played the Madness Guttersnipe Burn deck and they completely fizzled. So I think this was just unlucky for them. GG anyway. Alright, so basically I didn't feel like I did the deck justice by showing you guys of only one game, and that game was really lucky for us because the opponent didn't really draw lands. So I think what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna show you the improved version, and we are gonna jump into one more game with this new version. So basically it's very much similar, but I've made some minor changes. The snow covered mana base, even though it's there, it doesn't really matter. We are playing the energy package with Discharge and Narrative. I've cut some many partings. I've added Far Wanderings, which is a really cool card. I didn't know it existed even, so that the Nyxborn Hydra is even better, and the card draw is Compulsive Research. No longer Focus the Mind, and because of that we've removed the Monomorphose. And the sideboard, you know, there are some minor changes but nothing major. You will see in the games, or you of course have the deck link in the description, so you can see the deck list there as well. So let's jump into games with this new version. Okay, so we instantly got the first game here, and we go first against non-demo. And we find a hand which is pretty solid. It needs some action, but we could, you know, have the 4 Wanderings ready relatively quickly with the Compulsive Research, so let's keep this one. They do mulligan to 6 cards. Okay, and that's it. So we start with the bridge as always and say go. Ooh, they are a black deck, so that's a swamp here, and they go for the Infestation Sage. This could be something like Mono Black Sacrifice, which probably is. I'm not sure if that's a good matchup. We will see about that, of course. I think we will go for many partings here, and I'm thinking what should we pick up? It's either an island or a mountain here. I'm thinking we should go for the... Let's go for the island this time. And say go. So Carrion Feeder will probably be quite hard to kill if they have that. But if they have Mortician Beetle, we can kill that with a Discharge. Oh, wow. That's cool, actually. So they played Kieldoran Dead. I've seen this card before, and no one plays it normally, but it's a 3-1, which basically, as long as you have an untapped mana, it can't really die, right? It's a pretty strong creature, I would say. They go for the end step, so we could try and kill this, but it doesn't make sense because they would just regenerate it, right? So we will chill here. And deep analysis, okay. So we might discard 2 cards here. Do we go for the research instantly? I think we could. Let's hit up the research. Target us. I think we will just discard 2 cards in general, right, with this. And it will be the deep analysis and the bridge. We have 4 cards, so we are, you know, very close to being ready for the 4 wanderings here. They hit us for 4, but we knew this was going to hurt with the dead here. It's a really cool card actually. They go for more sages, and that's it. They wanna keep the 1 mana for that. Okay. So normally I would go with the Murmuring Mystic, but there is one thing I'm afraid of, and that is, how is it called? The Accursed Marauder, right? So that would be a problem. So let's go for the Writing Chrysalis instead. They sacrifice the Infestation Sage to the Village Rites. So I think this is like a very interesting version of Mono Black Sacrifice. I haven't seen this card played all that often, but I think it's pretty good actually. The fact that it has the regenerate ability makes it like pretty awesome, I would say. I would be like interested to try a version with the skeletons here. Seems like it just can't really die, right? By regular removal. You need to exile it in a way. Okay, they go to combat. Do they attack here? If they do, maybe something is up. They do attack. Do we take this 3? I think we do take this. We could block with the Eldrazi spawn and then sacrifice it. But I think I would like to have the mana for some other spells, to be honest. Go for a Shambling Ghast, okay. That's it, they will always keep the 1 mana to the regenerate, okay. We find a snow-covered mountain, which is a really good draw actually. So here, I think we can safely attack first. I theoretically could... I maybe should have sacrificed the spawns first and play the Mystic to actually gain more damage and make sure we don't get the mana in combat so it doesn't fizzle, but they didn't block, so it was, you know, we lost basically 2 damage. So what's the turn here? 4 mana for the Mystic, play a Discharge, or hold a Discharge rather. We are also quite close to the Temur Terror, which is nice. We could also play Deep Analysis if we needed to. I would like to keep 1 spawn if possible. So let's do that. If they have Accursed Marauder, we of course have the birds. But, you know, we maybe don't want to use the reaction to cast the spell and we want to wait with it. So we will cast the Murmuring Mystic as it is, keeping 1 of the spawns. And we could, just now, we could Deep Analysis. Or we could hold out a Galvanic Discharge. I think we will actually Deep Analysis to be efficient with the mana here. This will mean that we go to 9 life, which is, you know, that's very dangerous, especially against a deck like they are, but we need some cards here. Okay, nice. This is nice. They Corrupted Conviction away the Shambling Ghasts. Maybe actually -1/-1 on the bird. Yeah, okay. So they probably find the 3rd land here, I would assume. They play a Festering Gulch, which means they are like really aggressive actually. I wonder if they splash green or it's just for the damage. I think now we block with the spawn here. If they have Accursed Marauder, it's a problem. I was thinking they could have like Supernatural Stamina and this would just die, right? They do have the Marauder. Nasty. We are definitely keeping the Mystic though. We are sacrificing the Chrysalis. Brave the Wilds, that's good. So we can make an army of birds if that's something, so... Okay. I think we are not playing the Terror this time, so let's start with the Malevolent Rumble. Create a burb. Find double bridge, okay. Let's take 1 of them. What's the rest of the turn? We have 8 cards, so Wanderings work. The problem is, or I guess not a problem, we are simply just in the more defensive mode here, but we could, you know, make sure we have that ready for next turn. That would be kinda nice. So let's actually do that. Let's play an untapped land and go for Far Wanderings, which will help us find 3 lands. That's a crazy card actually. That's really good. So Forest, Island, Mountain, we will get the whole 3 here. Wow. And I guess they are tapped, so we can kill the dead here. I am not aware of a 0 mana card that saves this, so we can do just 1 energy on this. It dies. Beautiful. Okay. Do we even attack? We can attack with the Mystic, no problem, right? So we don't have much card draw, that's the only problem here. We win the first game. Okay, let's go to the second one. So they seem like they are very aggressive, and they play a lot of creature, it looks like. A lot of creatures. So Sulfurous Blast seems really good against them. Nyxborn Hydra could work very well as well. I will cut 1 Tundi Narrative, bring 1 Sulfurous Blast. Do they bring any... Do you think they will exile the graveyard? I think they might, right? Or bring something like the Silvok Staff. Should we try the Grudges is the question. I will cut 1 Fire Wanderings, 1 Braves. For 2 Grudges, I believe they will bring some artifacts. That's the gamble here. We need to keep the researches for the card draw. But we definitely can bring 1 Essence Scatter to counter some important creatures. And we will try it like this. Okay, this hand can work. We have the Brave the Wilds to find the red source. It's pretty good, let's keep this one. They look into 5 cards, okay. They go for the Infestation Sage. This is the same start yet again, same as we did before against them. Okay, many parting. So this is the preferred way to find lands because, you know, we can use the Brave the Wilds for beatdown if we want later. Let's find a mountain with this, so we have all 3 colors, and say go. Whoa, what is this card? It's 2 mana 2/2. If they exploit, we exile a card from our hand. Okay. That's interesting. Which card do we exile? I think it might be Brave the Wilds here. We don't necessarily need it. That's an interesting card actually. I enjoyed that. That's cool. Okay, so we could Rumble here, or we are scared and we go for a Galvanic Blast. I mean Discharge. I think we run the Rumble here, honestly. Chrysalis is great. And we have the Grudge for the flashback. Okay. This could be Chrysalis next turn if we really need to, by the way. How many cards in graveyard? 5, so we are 2 off from the Far Wanderings. Go for a Kalni Garden, okay. They go to combat, probably hit us for 3, I would imagine. And they Village Rights away the Kalni Garden token, okay. Draw 2. And step, so they are a little bit back in the game here. That's good for them. Okay, so we go for a Chrysalis turn 3 here. I think, yeah, that's the best play. We can go Research plus Discharge next turn. I'm starting to like Far Wanderings, it's really cool actually. As a ramp card, if you can manage to get 7 cards in the grave, this card is insane, like genuinely insane. 3 basics, that's really good. Young Wolf, okay, so they are Golgari. Sacrificing the wolf. And we win the match. I guess, yeah, it would be just a lot. GG, okay. So yeah, that was a really quick game with this new version. I've played a couple more, but this one was like the quickest one, the most easy to show. I think this version is much better. You know, it had some grind with the sideboard. I wanted to sideboard the Ancient Grudge for the very long time. More of these Sulfurous Blasts are actually good. There are many creature decks now, and the blast hits a lot of them. The Fire Wanderings, oh man, I love this card actually. I think it's in decks like this, where the graveyard is a very real place. Far Wanderings are really good. You know, if you get the full 3 lands for it with the threshold, it's pretty insane and it's very strong. It's an insane ramp. It's one of the best ramp spells in the game then. It's really awesome. And the energy package was good simply because, you know, people do play a lot of 1 HP threats, and the fact that you can deal just 1 damage and save the 2 energy and then deal like 5 to something is absolutely incredible. The compulsive research did prove to be a little bit better than Focus the Mind, simply because we can choose to discard, and very often we had many lands, but we've still chose to discard 2 cards so that we can discard the Deep Analysis. This deck maybe could play like 3 Deep Analysis or maybe a little bit more of the card draw, but I think even this is enough. I think the 4 researches, along with the Rumbles and the Wildfires and everything, I like this version a lot, so I'm much happier recommending this version than the previous one. I think it's much better. So this is the real end of the video, so thank you for watching and I will see you next time. Bye bye.